And that's how they make their living. 20% of their points from free throws.
And a lot of three-pointers from Jaren Jackson, who's off to the best three-point shooting start of his career.
Slump, but, well, you get 2 shots, you knock them both down, all of a sudden the Grizzlies feeling pretty good.
Anunoby powers to the paint. Left-hand layup, and the Knicks are on the board.
On both ends. Amazing how much more energy you have defensively when you're making shots.
Brunson off the dribble. Hits the three. Oh, Steve, I hope you made a wish. It was 11-11 on November 11th until that make from Jalen Brunson, and the Knicks have their first lead.
Oh, man, that was good. I think I missed that. That is a lot of 11s.
Morant with the floater.
And he's really been playing well for them. You can see Ja looking to facilitate, but missing one early. It's a good thing because he's had some big three-point nights.
Karl Anthony Towns with the jam. Karl Anthony Towns.
Putting the ball on the floor, bringing the 5-man Jock Landale out. The 3-ball hasn't fallen as much for him, but on the attack has been great.
Every Knicks starter has at least 2 points at this point as Caldwell Pope continues to fill it up.
Hart looked like he kind of jumped awkwardly on that jump shot, but really good ball movement. You'll take that all day.
We're contractually obligated to do 1 rhyme a game without Walt Clyde Frazier as Aldama gets a 3-point play opportunity.
Yeah, Memphis just trying to continue to respond to some of this Knicks offense, and nice cut right there, right down the middle. Aldama.
Grizzlies bench 9 points. Knicks do not have a bench point just yet. Brunson steps back into a 3 and buries it.
Jalen Brunson defensively as the low man trying to get rebounds, but this is what he does best. Yeah, there really is a lot of that same energy. The ball is moving. A lot of guys are playing well, shooting the 3-ball well, in the corners, space in the court. A lot of the same.
Nice catch. Yeah, Jock Landale, nice catch and finish by Yabusele, but kept his dribble. Aldama and Coward, nice give and go.
And that's just, it's interesting. You just got to like when there's a different look or a different substitution pattern like that.
Anunoby, reverse jam, what a finish. It's a 7-0 Knick run.
And that's what it takes to get a bucket in the NBA. It's got to look different. It's got to be different. Look at this cut, sneaking behind him.
Morant has not. He's at 15%. And Yabusele pulls down the miss. Josh Hart always looking to push. Coast to coast and one.
Looking a lot like LaMelo Ball on the break right here. Just a little chaos, a little speed, a little burst.
Brunson with 3. Speeds inside. Floater. Got it at the horn. And what a cap on another 40-point fourth quarter for the Knicks. It's their 7th of the season. In time. Clearly did. That's a 12-0.
You think about just some of the bumps and the struggles, and Karl Anthony Towns early in the year saying, I'm not really sure my role, and now he's averaging 24 and 12 last fall. Here we go, OG, do it again.
Overpowering John Conchard. There's maybe a time in Anunoby's career when he needed to make threes to get those hard closeouts. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He's just attacking at will, just like Karl Anthony Towns, who's got an early 6 points. That's a great way to at least try with a surprise service star. That was a phenomenal thing that we saw during the last timeout as Williams answers the Towns 3 with a layup. Off the pump fake. We got Aldama on him this time, and he forced a miss. Coward speeding ahead inside to a wide-open Cam Spencer. What a play for Clarkson, who's open in the corner. Missed everything. Over the top, Coward leaking past Bridges. And he gets an uncontested jam, leading to a Mike Brown timeout. Good closeout from Hart on Coward. Grizzlies have to reset. Aldama in the post scores, plus the foul. And Santi Aldama, a chance for a 3-point play.
For the right matchup. Jaren Jackson, the big fella up top, but he had Aldama posting up down low.
3 out of 18 on Sunday. And again, the Grizzlies actually led at one point by 19, but then lost by 14 as Clarkson scoops it through. John Morant in preseason, so it's been even harder to get everybody on the same page. As Hart skies in for the rebound. Long outlet to Clarkson, no hesitation, and he buries another 3. They can do it again tonight. 5 consecutive games with 30-plus assists. So far, they've got 15 before halftime, and they forced another turnover. Yabusele with the 2-hand slam. Off these takeaways.
Well, you wouldn't know that this was the 26th rated team in pace, the New York Knicks, because they're out running. They're flying around. The ball is moving.
Working on the rookie Coward, but he can't hit the jumper. Offensive rebound, Yabusele. Inside to Brunson, and he reverses it home.
Jeez, this is fun basketball. They're looking for each other. The pace to their advantage. Memphis isn't really keeping up. Memphis has got to make some shots.
Good find from Hart to Bridges, and another uncontested layup for the Knicks. 4 out of 19 from downtown. That's 21%. It's not a strength of their team, but they're usually better than this. As Bridges reaches in for his second steal, and a highlight slam. For Memphis, averages 12 a game as Anunoby went down, but kept the ball moving. Hart off the dribble. That's a three. Brunson still trying to find that mid-range jumper off the dribble. Landale inside, scores over Anunoby. Brunson wanted a foul. Landale lumbers into the lane, batted out of there by Bridges. Brunson always with his eyes up. Tip pass, Bridges caught it anyway and lays it home.
Tail back on defense and make a play like that.
Maybe they did something wrong and they were getting a lecture, but Bridges actually said sometimes it's just telling him we're going to get you back in X amount of minutes, as Coward meets Brunson at the rim and rejects him to set up Caldwell Pope.
You keep a body on him. But Jalen, I think, getting surprised right here.
Great homestand continues for Josh Hart. And the vision to set up Anunoby. And the Knicks are clicking on all cylinders right now.
They know where each other are at. This is earlier than I think you would have expected in the season. Coach Brown's offense said about great teams have to have sacrifice. And I do think that is a big part of some of that. Nice move right there by Cat.
Count it and one. He shrugged off Aldama, drew the foul, and a chance at a three-point play.
The free throw shooter, like you mentioned earlier in the game. What a great free throw shooter.
Coward finds Williams. That's a three. Memphis now 8 out of 27 from long range. Lets the game come to him. That's a major sign of maturity. Williams taking his time on Clarkson. Out to Wells for three. And the Grizzlies not going quietly tonight. Back to an 18-point game. Yabusele and Clarkson, a little two-man game. Baseline drive sealed off by the long Coward. Up top for Brunson. And he knocks down a three. This young Grizzlies team, who's lost 5 out of 6. Anunoby, after the miss, got back and forced the steal. Towns hits another three. Knicks by 27 late in the third. Morant trying to break out of a slump, and he does for three. McBride off the Towns screen. He'll attack the paint. Back to Towns. In the lane is blocked by Landale. Second block for Jock. Williams, good closeout from Mikal Bridges, but he finds another open shooter. That's Cam Spencer for three. Inside the arc, he's 6 of 6. Towns steps beyond the arc and hands to McBride. He'll get into a three, and he knocks it down.
Very interestingly just turned around towards us and said, I don't want to get hurt out here. And I know there's been a little bit of banter about Cam Spencer with the and one right there. You can see the potential. You see how open that middle was? That guy's just running through there for open dunks.
Spencer off the sidestep. You know, he's making the most of his opportunity. They've got so many guards who are injured.
He shoots it over Aldama, who's 6'10", with who knows what wingspan. He makes it look like he's not even there. Sometimes I don't understand.
There's Jackson sliding inside. Bridges to Hart. Keeps his dribble. Now Bridges, baseline leader. That's good.
Just nice and easy, lanky jump shot right over the top. Big bucket right there.
They were part of that big trade, Brooklyn and Phoenix, as Aldama goes down the lane. Wells, open corner three. He connects. And the threes are finally starting to fall for Memphis. 6:11 left in the fourth quarter. It's the first time in Knick history they've scored a buck 30 in 3 consecutive games. Spencer on the alley-oop to Aldama.
You can tell these guys are having a good time doing it. Looks sustainable. Back-to-back. We'll see what they got tomorrow against Orlando.
It's another dominant win for the New York Knicks. 130-plus points for a third consecutive game.
It's on. ESPN on Disney+. Turn it on.